Happy Magical Monday. It is Michelle for our weekly report here on Soul Circle. And if you're watching on replay, throw me a hashtag replay, hit like, whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. Let me know where you're coming from, and I hope you're having a magical week. We just had the fall equinox. And I mean, some of you may be actually having a spring equinox, but for the most part, we're here in the Northern Hemisphere moving into shadow season. And I love shadow season. This is my favorite time of the year. It's a time of going within. It's a time of reflection. And right now we've got that part of it that's the Libra part of it, which is a great time. We hit new moon in Libra last night. And so today is the first day of a new moon, which is magic. And actually going all the way back to the ancients, the Monday after the equinox. So this is moon day after the equinox. So happy magical moon day of the first Monday after the equinox. So a lot of people believe that this is one of the best days of the entire year to do magic. It's an old but tried and true piece of knowledge. And so here we have like a really sexy sweet spot for that. It's really juicy time for manifestation. We have this like abundance of fall harvest. We have this deep inward knowledge coming into us that this is our time. This is our fruits of our labors being seen. This is when we're asking for balance. Libra's all about balance. And I love Libra. Libra is ruled by Venus. It holds the energy of that yin and that yang, that idea of trying to find balance, and in my eyes, create balance. So we want to be balanced in our masculine and our feminine. We want to be balanced in our giving and our receiving. And this is a time for that freedom. It's interesting. I just had a look at my calendar, and I had that moment. Oh, wow, we are entering that fourth quarter of the year. We're actually just one or 2 days away from actually being that October 1st, which I consider Halloween starting October 1st. We are right now in that crux of the sweet spot of there's still 1/4 of the year left. And that means there's so much potential. And I want you to think about your own potential right now. You might be feeling, since we've had so many different planets in retrograde, you may be feeling that you are in review. And I love to see this because as we turn inward, as we go through this review, and the last half of the year has this really deep understanding of that. There's a lot of planets in retrograde that even say all the way until March. So what is it that you're trying to create for your long-term future? What is it you're trying to require of yourself? Libra is ruled by Venus, so it covers money, it covers love, it covers your home. It isn't as much a sign about your career, but of course the money coming from your career. So it rules relationships. So what is your relationship with love? What is your relationship with money? What is your relationships themselves looking at? Personally, I've been really realizing that no matter what client I work with, it's always some form of relationship, whether that's the relationship to the body or their relationship to their mother, their father, their childhood, their partner, their work person. And when you get to the understanding of who you are and where you are in your relationships, you actually get to have emotional freedom. I actually pulled this card right before I got onto the screen today, and it's the freedom card, and it has a dragonfly. So what we're trying to do with this balance is actually create harmony, freedom, and balance. Those are like the themes right now. Everybody really wants that emotional harmony inside their physical body, because when you receive the harmony inside, you will project and create and magnify harmony on the outside. So to get emotionally free, go deep right now in your radical acceptance. Radical acceptance is where you really get honest with yourself that you can't change the past. If we're constantly anxious or looking to recreate the past or afraid of the past reoccurring, we create a field where we're going to magnify that to us. Instead, what you want to accept it and spend more time and energy in that magic, since we have that magic window that we're in right now. We're in the new moons. We have 2 weeks of, harnessing this new moon into whatever it is we want. We can start looking at this as, what is our hearts ready to let go of right now? What is it that we're no longer needing as we're in our creating? So sometimes we create and we realize that, oh, I don't have room for what I'm asking for. I've seen this a lot right now with my friends, with my clients. We just had a big, beautiful ceremony over the weekend with my shaman class. And when we're asking to have our true desire be true, we have to realize that that's a different identity. There's a massive identity shift that goes on with an up level, and it can be gentle. Like a lot of times people have these cycles where we hold on so hard to the old that there's no room for the new. But what we realized was, if we gently shed the past, if we gently shed the old identity, we can have that soaring up, that rising up, that freedom that we're looking for. In fact, because this work has been so prevalent for me, I actually created a new program called Living Magically, which is about rising to self-sovereignty. It's about self-actualization. And it's like a year's worth of coaching in a quantum time limit. So we're getting to the juiciness, getting the change right away, because people aren't patient right now. Right now, we don't want to wait. My beautiful friend Marissa, she said, Michelle, you want it all right now. You want it now. And I said, no, I want it now or 5 minutes from now. I'm a manifesting generator in human design. And so I really do have the desire to process everything really, really fast. And I do. I make quick decisions. I take, action, and I live very purposefully. I live very magically. And someone else this weekend asked me, what? Yes, and 5 minutes ago, she says in her text. Yep, 5 minutes from now, 5 minutes ago, that's it. I want it right now. I'm an only child. I'm an instant manifester, and I really do manifest instantly. And one of the ways I do that is I live very intentionally. So someone asked me, what does living magically really mean? And I said, what it is it is living exceptionally, intentionally, and in the moment. So you can make something every single day a magical intention. So every day I'm going to look at what is it that's going to bring me joy. I'm going to look at what is it that my energy needs to be in balance. My some days it might mean that I'm in balance by drinking a hot cup of lemon tea and laying on the new purple couch and looking at the beautiful flowers. I've got these gorgeous black glitter roses that came in, and I've got these gorgeous fall harvest flowers that came in. And it could be as simple as having all my candles lit, and that could create, and flowers around me, and that could create a field of magic. To a completely different day where magic could be creating a sacred circle and having people literally making decisions that's going to be life-changing. And I've had 2 of those this week. And actually, I've had 4 if you count my online circles, and I do. So I've had 4 of these life-changing circles where people really claim their truth. And that doesn't even count the coaching calls. And so what you're doing is, when you're living magically, you're deciding that your life is important, and you're deciding that you're living from a place of self-authority, and you're making the details matter, every single detail, every single day. And that doesn't mean you're not having a bad day here and there. It also means that in the bad day, in the mystery of the transformation, you're leaning in and you're giving yourself a beautiful opportunity for transformation. So everything is an opportunity, even if it doesn't feel fabulous, even if it's not exactly what you want. Look at this week in Central Florida. Well, actually all of Florida, we are being hit by a hurricane at some point this week, whether we're seeing it as a tropical storm or whether we're seeing it as an actual hurricane. Wherever you live, it may be different. I want to see it as an opportunity. What does it bring? Well, it gives us a chance to slow down. Some of us that are here will not make as many plans this week. We'll stay inward in our homes. We will look and review what we have. And for me, review also has a deep sense of gratitude. What do you have? What resources do you have? What harvest time for me is gratitude for all the people that are in my life and opportunities that have been here. And so it's an incredible time to review. If you can't go out and do, come back inward and be. So being is a powerful tool. And I know that we're all doers. I'm a doer, but I also have found getting into the quantum field, actually centering yourself and aligning your chakras and getting centered creates balance. So I want to do that with you. There's so many more things we can get into. That's why I've created the Living Magically coaching program. It's the Living Magically method, and we'll get into emotional freedom. We'll get into letting go of hostages. We'll get into all these things. You also could always get in on my magical moon circles. We do gather for new moon, full moon, high holidays. And so therefore we can go deep and go fast for a quantum identity shift. And if not, here I've got some videos, of course, every week. This is a great place for you to at least stay in focus and stay in your center. So I want you to just take a couple of deep breaths And we're going to just see the different chakras today. We're going to start with our feet and move to opening up our feet and realize there's chakras in the bottom of those feet, and actually open those up. And imagine that they are lined up to the center of the earth, and bring that energy from this core of the earth into your feet, moving up your ankles, into your calves, into your knees. I want you to thank your thighs. I know everybody has problems with their thighs. Maybe not everybody, but those of you who have interest in your thighs, I want you to thank them, because no matter what shape they are, they're perfect and they are wonderful, and they've held you all these years. So love into your thighs. Bring your energy all the way up to your hips. And also take a deep breath. And exhale. Exhale anything you're holding on to in those legs. Open them up so that you're able to move forward. Open them up so that you can stand in your power. And now bring the energy through the center of the earth, opening up your core, opening up your root chakra, opening up that tailbone, bringing the energy over from your hips and also up through your tailbone, opening up the trunk of your tree, and just bringing that energy in and opening up your sit bones and that whole base chakra. And just imagine that it's a beautiful red ball of light. And as you do that, breathe all the way up into your belly. Another place where there's often a lot of dissatisfaction. Actually send some love into your belly, whether it's perfectly flat or all the way to Buddha belly. Love your tummy, love your female organs or your male organs, love your digestive system, and just open up that creative center of your body, feeling that orange ball of light and your hara line and your hara center. And breathe all the way up to your solar plexus. Open up that lower lungs, your diaphragm, open up your back, all of your lower back, and open it up into expansion of your lungs and your system here, and breathe into that yellow ball of light. And just feel your nervous system and your adrenals starting to reset as you're breathing and feeling and allowing. And as you exhale, release anything out that needs to be exhaled out of your system. And this time I want you to breathe all the way from the heartbeat of the earth to the center of your heart. Open up your heart. Bring it all the way through the trunk of your tree, from your feet all the way through your body to your heart, and just open it up in its expansion. Feel the back of your heart and the front of your heart and your lungs. Just take a deep breath and open up and expand. Expand it. Feel the green ball of light. Maybe you feel it in your arms. And actually imagine raising your arms to the sky. You can either just turn your hands up or put them even all the way above your head, but you're starting to feel the sun, the unique rays of the sun coming in through your palms, opening it up, opening up your wrists and your arms, and bringing the energy from above into your heart. And imagine that same energy coming in through your crown, opening up your crown, opening up the top of your head. Imagine a beautiful light spinning as you open up your lotus blossom at the top of your head, bringing that unique ray down and opening it and bringing it to your third eye. Opening up your mind's eye, activating your pineal gland, opening up your mind, washing away, cleansing, and removing anything in your brain and your mind's eye that is no longer serving you. Defragging your brain and opening your mind's eye, your first eye, really. Opening your ears and your eyes and your nose and your mouth, and relaxing your jaw. Let the tension come out and feel that purple purple ball of light, that white ball of light at the top, and feel it come down into your throat, opening up that beautiful ball of light in your neck, blue, back of your neck, releasing the weight of the world off your shoulders, the monkey off your back, releasing it off your shoulders and feeling it coming from above through your hands to your heart, through your mind's eye and your throat to your heart, which all activates the higher heart as well at your thymus. And now you feel the energy from above coming all the way through you. Feel it from the sun go down to the center of the earth. Feel it from the center of the earth go all the way up to the sun. And now you're a column of light, and imagine you're in a ball of light, your auric field around you. And anything that's in that field, anything that's yours, rinse it off with this light, rinse it off and clear it, calling all of your soul fragments back to you and letting go of anything that's not yours. And imagine putting a field of protection over you in this moment. You're in protection, you're in balance. It is commanded that you're in balance, emotionally, physical, and spiritual balance. You're in freedom and you're harmonized, harmonizing your field, your toroidal field, harmonizing your eternal molecules, harmonizing yourself on the inward level and harmonizing yourself in the coherent field of the entire planet. So within your field and without into the world, harmonizing yourself, harmonizing the planet, harmonizing and sending light into anything that's happening, sending it to the storm that's brewing within you and the storm that's brewing in the ocean, sending healing light to all that are ready, all that are ready to receive. Everybody who needs healing on the planet can receive that right here, right now. If you need some healing, take it into your body exactly where you need it. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that an instant physical healing happen. If you're needing emotional balance, Creator of all that is, it is commanded for emotional balance to be received. If you're looking for mental freedom, to be freed of the monkey mind, Creator of all that is, it is commanded to free that monkey mind. For any and all that are ready to release any chains and emotional boo-ha, whatever it is that you're holding on to, and be liberated, I want you to imagine yourself breaking the chains around you and see yourself liberated on a soul level, liberated, rising above into the highest version of you, creating your version of magic. See yourself on this magical moon day, or whatever day you watch this video. Know that you're creating right now in the highest and best way. And remember how beautiful and divine you are, how powerful you are. Remember that you are truly loved. You are worthy of love, you're deserving of love, and you already are actually made of the light of love already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done for all we already are and all we're becoming. Aho. And sending out extra light for all that need it right now. I know some of you need it. And if you hopped on late, go back in, because I did send energy to all the different things that do need it. You can always watch it on replay. So know that I love you. There's a lot going on. I have a fun class happening this week. If you're interested in oils at all, there is a class that I have been working with the Bloom Temple, and I'll actually be teaching a ritual anointing, how to anoint for rituals, for the Bloom Temple this Thursday. It's a live class at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it's real low investment. So if that's something you're interested in, it doesn't matter if you have the Egyptian bloom oils. It's a great course for, I mean, anybody. If you're, whatever kind of oils you're using, if you're doing any kind of ritual, this is a lot of the things that I have picked up from being in Egypt, from working with the bloom oils, and even just a 20-year practice of working with essential and anointing oils. It's a beautiful class. It's absolutely just going to be lovely. And then for those of you who are into the practical magic piece, on Monday nights, starting next month, I've got a 3-series class on Monday nights. It'll pretty much be right after this. And we'll be working with oils, practical magic, and we'll also have candles and crystals and herbs. So we'll break up those things, oils, crystals, herbs, and candles, into love magic. We'll do a series on money magic, and we'll do one on protection. And that's all in October. And again, a real low investment rate. And so there's a lot going on because it is October. There's also the Witches Ball and Witchy Weekend, all coming up in October, all my favorites. I have one spot left for Witchy Weekend, that's it. So if you have been on the fence, I have one room left for the weekend. And so maybe that's for you. And I guess that's it. A lot, right? But this is the week to claim your emotional balance, get connected. You can really use the goddess Venus this week. She's going to be here all month with her ruling planet of Libra. You've got that new moon in Libra. It's wonderful time for manifesting. Think of that. Think of where do you want to be at the end of this year, and where do you want to be at this time next year, because that's the fall harvest equinox energy. So finishing up this quarter of the year, where do you want to be by the spring equinox, and where do you want to be by the end of 2023? Wow, that's crazy, right? So that's one of the reasons why I have the Living Magically program. If you really want to collapse time and be part of a change, of a quantum identity shift, and you want to do that here before the end of this year, that's the Living Magically program. And otherwise, I will see you next week. I love you, and live magically. Have an amazingly balanced, harmonized week, and take really good magical self-care of yourself.